2 miles beneath the surface of the ocean, in the crushing darkness of the abyss, scientists stumbled upon this. A mysterious golden orb stuck to a rock. It has a strange, skin-like texture and a hole that suggests something has either gone in or come out. The discovery has left experts baffled, with theories ranging from the egg of an unknown species to some kind of deep-sea sponge. So, what is this bizarre object found in one of the most unexplored places on Earth? Section 1. The mission into the abyss. To understand this bizarre discovery, you first have to know about the mission that found it. The NOAA ship Okeanos Explorer is America's premier vessel for ocean exploration, a floating laboratory dedicated to venturing into the unknown. Its mission is simple, yet absolutely monumental: to map the vast, uncharted territories of our own planet's deep oceans. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the seafloor, and it's the Okeanos Explorer that's on the front lines of changing that. In late August 2023, the ship was undertaking the Seascape Alaska 5 expedition. This 23-day journey was designed to explore the deep waters of the Gulf of Alaska, a region of immense scientific interest. The goals were to investigate deep-sea coral and sponge habitats, map the geology of underwater volcanoes, and search for new life in one of the planet's most extreme environments. Exploring these depths is an incredible challenge. 2 miles down, the pressure is immense, over 300 times what we experience on land. It's a world of total, permanent darkness, where the temperature hovers just above freezing. To navigate this hostile realm, scientists rely on a remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, named Deep Discoverer. This robot is the team's eyes and hands in the abyss, armed with powerful lights, HD cameras, and delicate arms that can collect samples from the seafloor. On August 30th, 2023, the Deep Discoverer was descending onto an unexplored seamount, an underwater mountain. The team, watching a live feed from the control room, was charting new territory. They were the first people to ever see this particular corner of the deep sea. And as the ROV's lights cut through the eternal night, they landed on something no one could have possibly predicted. Section 2. The Discovery. There it was, attached to a rocky outcrop among a field of white sponges, a small, dome-shaped object. It glowed with a strange golden sheen under the ROV's headlights. It was smooth, perfectly rounded, and measured about 10 centimeters, or 4 inches, across. As the ROV moved in for a closer look, the excitement in the control room quickly turned to pure confusion. The live feed, broadcast online for the public, captured their candid reactions. "I don't know what to make of that," one researcher said. Another admitted, "I don't know what I am looking at." At first, some joked it looked like a yellow hat that had drifted down to the seafloor. But as the camera zoomed in, the reality was clearly far stranger. The orb had a taut, skin-like look, and near its base was a small, noticeable hole or tear. This feature immediately sparked a flurry of speculation. "It's definitely got a big old hole in it, so something either tried to get in or tried to get out," one scientist mused on the live stream. The conversation took a suspenseful turn, with the scientists themselves acknowledging how eerie their find was. Thousands of feet above the object, the atmosphere in the control room was a mix of scientific curiosity and cinematic dread. One researcher famously quipped, "I just hope when we poke it, something doesn't decide to come out," adding, "It's like the beginning of a horror movie." Another joked it was how the first episode of the X-Files must have started. These comments perfectly captured the moment. Here, in one of the most remote places on Earth, was an object that looked like it was pulled from science fiction. It was biological, that much seemed likely, but it didn't match anything in their databases. The decision was made. They had to get a closer look. More than that, they had to bring it to the surface. Using the Deep Discoverer's sophisticated robotic arm, the team prepared to interact with the Golden Orb for the very first time. Section 3. The Initial Investigation. Everyone held their breath. With incredible precision, the ROV pilot extended a robotic arm to gently prod the object. The goal was to figure out its texture. As the manipulator made contact, the orb felt soft, confirming their suspicions. It wasn't a rock or mineral. The observing team described it as feeling like skin tissue. This ruled out any geological source and pointed firmly toward a biological origin. The team's initial theories started to form. Could it be a strange species of deep-sea sponge? Sponges are simple animals that often attach to rocks and come in a wild array of shapes, so it was a plausible idea. Another possibility was some form of coral. But the most compelling theory, and the one that created the most buzz, was that the Golden Orb was an egg case. That hole was a key piece of evidence. It could be where a creature hatched and escaped, or where a predator broke in. But if it was an egg, it was unlike any the scientists had ever seen. Deep-sea ecologist Carrie Howell from the University of Plymouth noted that while the fleshy texture supported the egg theory, the object's appearance was completely alien. "It doesn't look like any egg I've ever seen," she stated. Its size was another puzzle. At 4 inches across, this was a big egg. "That's not a small fish egg. That's a sizable thing," Howell remarked. Most animals that lay eggs, known as oviparous animals, lay them in large clutches. This orb, however, was all by itself, a solitary golden sphere in the vast darkness. Its placement was almost as strange as the object itself. Convinced of its importance, the team decided to collect it. Using a gentle suction sampler, they carefully lifted the orb from the rock and secured it. Once aboard the Okeanos Explorer, the orb was taken to the ship's wet lab. Out of the water, the object's mystique only deepened. Its golden sheen, it turned out, was a trick of the ROV's headlights. In the lab, its color was a more subdued tannish gold or brown-yellow. But even so, the central mystery remained. The scientists on board, with all their expertise, were stumped. Expedition Coordinator Sam Candio admitted, "While we were able to collect the Golden Orb and bring it onto the ship, we still are not able to identify it beyond the fact that it is biological in origin." This was a stark reminder of just how much about our own planet remains a complete mystery. Section 4, the climax of speculation. With the scientists officially baffled, the internet went into overdrive. The story of the mysterious Golden Orb became a viral sensation. It was the perfect mystery, visual, bizarre, and set in a location that already feels like another world. The leading scientific theory, that it was an egg, was also the one that most fueled the public's imagination. If it was a 4-inch, solitary egg found 2 miles deep, the thrilling question was, whose egg is it? What kind of creature, totally unknown to science, could produce something like this? The deep sea is already home to beings that defy belief. Giant squid, anglerfish with their own fishing lures, and bone-eating zombie worms aren't fiction, they're real. So, the idea of a massive, unknown creature lurking in the Alaskan depths didn't seem so far-fetched. Online forums and social media exploded with theories. Was it the egg of a new species of giant squid? Or maybe a prehistoric shark that somehow survived in isolated deep-sea canyons? The hole in the orb just added to the drama. Something had come out of it. And whatever it was now swimming in the darkness, completely unknown to humankind. Even the scientists couldn't resist the narrative. The comparison to a horror movie felt so right because it taps into a primal fear of the unknown that the deep ocean represents. It's the last true wilderness on Earth, a place where our technology is fragile and our senses are useless. The discovery of the orb felt like a story, and every story needs a monster. The mystery of what came out of the Golden Orb is exactly the kind of question that keeps us exploring. It pushes the boundaries of our knowledge and reminds us that there are still wonders in the dark, maybe not movie monsters, but new species and biological marvels we haven't even dreamed of yet. As we follow this mystery, we have to ask, what's your theory? Are you team egg or team sponge? Or do you think it's something else entirely? Let us know your most creative ideas in the comments. And if you're as fascinated by the mysteries of the deep as we are, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss the updates on this story. Section 5, Alien Eggs and Ancient Legends. While scientists focused on plausible biological explanations, the public was having a lot more fun. The orb's strange, perfect shape and metallic sheen, even if just a reflection, immediately sparked theories of an extraterrestrial origin. Could this be an alien probe, sent to observe our planet from its most hidden depths? Or, in a theory blending sci-fi and biology, could it be an alien egg, deposited on our world long ago, just waiting for the right moment to hatch? This idea, that life on Earth was seeded from elsewhere, is a concept known as panspermia. While it's a fringe scientific theory, it has a powerful grip on our imagination. The Golden Orb became a new symbol for this possibility. If you were an alien intelligence looking for a place to hide something on Earth, the abyssal plane, a place of crushing pressure and no light, would be the perfect spot. These theories highlight a deep human desire to believe we are not alone. Beyond aliens, the orb also tapped into something much older, mythology. Its appearance drew immediate comparisons to the golden egg of countless fables. In many creation myths, the universe itself hatches from a cosmic, golden egg. It's a powerful symbol of life and potential. Finding a real-life golden orb at the bottom of the sea felt like a fairy tale made real. This blend of science fiction, and myth is what made the story so powerful. It allowed everyone to become part of the discovery. You didn't need a degree in marine biology to have an opinion. In the absence of facts, a theory about a slumbering sea monster was just as intriguing as anyone else's. The Golden Orb became a global campfire story, a shared mystery that revealed a fundamental truth. We are all captivated by the unknown. Section 6. The Path Forward: Science in Action. While the public debated sea monsters and aliens, the scientific community began the slow, careful process of finding a real answer. Expedition Coordinator Sam Candio noted that discoveries like this are exactly why these expeditions are so crucial. He explained, new species have the potential to reveal new sources for medical therapies and vaccines, food, energy, and other societal benefits and knowledge. The first step was getting the specimen to a lab on land with more sophisticated equipment than the ship has. The primary goal is to conduct DNA analysis. In simple terms, scientists will try to extract genetic material from the orb's tissue. That genetic sequence will then be compared against a global database of DNA from known organisms. If there's a match, the mystery could be solved quickly. It might turn out to be a known sponge, just appearing in a way no one's seen before. But if the DNA sequence doesn't match anything in the database, that's when things get really exciting. It would mean the orb is from a species completely new to science. Even then, identifying the exact species could be tough. Scientists estimate we've only sequenced a tiny fraction of all marine life, so a new DNA sequence might only tell us what family of animals it belongs to. Beyond DNA, researchers will also use powerful microscopes to examine its physical structure. If it's a sponge, they'll look for tiny skeletal structures called spicules. If it's an egg case, they'll analyze the layers of protein that form its walls. Every shred of data is a clue. This rigorous process is a stark contrast to the wild speculation online, but both are driven by the same curiosity. As of today, the official identity of the Golden Orb remains unknown. No definitive results from the DNA analysis have been made public yet, and the mystery continues. It's a profound lesson. In an age of instant answers, there are still parts of our world that can leave us utterly and delightfully stumped. Conclusion: the story of the Golden Orb is more than just a strange headline. It's a perfect snapshot of human exploration today. We've sent rovers to other planets, yet our own planet's deep oceans remain a vast and mysterious frontier. Over 80% of our ocean is unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored. In that immense, dark space, millions of new species and countless wonders could be waiting. The Golden Orb is proof of that. It's a single, 4-inch object that managed to captivate the world and stump some of the brightest minds in marine science. It could be an egg, a sponge, or a life stage of a creature we've never seen. Whatever it is, its discovery has already succeeded in making us look down into the depths of our own world with a renewed sense of wonder. As Expedition Coordinator Sam Candio put it, "Isn't the deep sea so delightfully strange?" The orb is a humbling reminder of how little we truly know. And it's a promise that for as long as we keep exploring, there will always be new mysteries to solve and new wonders to uncover. The journey into the deep is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. The answers are still down there, waiting in the deep.